Horseback Miracles is equine-assisted sensory-based therapy program. Essentially what we're doing is we're using horses as a catalyst to jumpstart the flow of information between all the brain functioning centers for our participants. You know, whether it's a child that has been abused, neglected, or some other form of trauma, or it could be our military soldiers or veterans who've been diagnosed with PTS or TBI, or it could be a child that has learning difficulties because of neurological disorders like autism.
Over the fence you go. Over the fence you go. Yes, okay, very good.
They got to be able to focus, they got to be able to reason, and they got to be able to remember things. So it's the horse, them, and me. Everybody else is in a different world. When they're stressed, their whole brain shuts down. Nothing operates, nothing functions. And they live in that fight or flight.
1, 2, 3, up.
I think of Terry's equine program as really kinesiology based, along with this kind of neurobiological impact. They do riding that they never thought they could do. And in the meantime, he's doing all of these funny movements that are correlating with working on parts of their brain that are not functioning as they should be.
16.
From a kinesiology standpoint, I can tell when the child has difficulty moving front to back. That will indicate whether they have trouble focusing, comprehension, those type of things.
Oh, that looked nice.
What we know is that there are certain movements that we can do with our body that sends the messages, the electrical chemical messages through our brain, and it will reroute some of those messages. And we know that with repeated sort of stimulation, we create these neural pathways in areas that were not being used before. I know the movement is a large part of it, but I also think it's a lot of Terry's personality that lets the girls be open to that.
When I first rode a horse, he knew exactly what was going through my mind. He knew what was wrong with me. He knew everything about me, which amazes me. And it's just, I don't know. I like it here.
The question is how do we change the way you see things?
I've been going to the ranch for over 10 years now, and so I've seen the theory sort of catch up with him in a good way.
They realize in order to do these activities, they invite me into their space. They need me to be part of this formula if they want to get on top of this horse. And then once we get started, then I'm able to transfer that trust that they've developed with me to the therapist, to other peers, wherever it needs to go.
From the experiential side, I experience it. I see that it helps, and I see that he's right when he points out issues and problems that are going on.
You obviously can trust people because you trust me, right?
So the real value that I see in Terry's program is that the girls, they see themselves doing things they never thought they could do, and they feel hope for themselves in other parts of their lives as well.